Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Rahmadillah Manautami. This time I will explain about material in meeting age. It's about grammatical function. What are grammatical function? The grammatical function describes words in relation to verbs. There are 5 kinds of grammatical functions. There is subject, verb, object, and modifier. The verb refers to an action or to introduce a situation. For example, the word eat because it represents an action. The word is also a verb because it can also introduce situation, such as is sick. Next, the subject is the actor of an action or person or thing that is in certain circumstance. For example, in the sentence I laughed, the word I is the subject because it is the perpetrator of the laugh act. Here is another example in the sentence I am hungry. The word I is the subject in a hungry state. Next, the object refers to the recipient of the action. For example, in the sentence, I ate an apple, the object is the phrase an apple because it is the recipient of the ate action. Next, the complement is the necessary additional information that must be provided because the meaning of the verb. For example, in the sentence, I consider Jason wise because the meaning of the verb consider should provide additional information about your opinion of Jason. In this case, the additional information is the word wise. Lastly, there are modifiers which are unnecessary additional information. What is meant by necessary and unnecessary is this: information required by the nature of the verb. If you remove it, the sentence will be grammatically wrong. For example, the word I consider Jason wise. If I take the word wise, the sentence is grammatically wrong because the verb consider requires additional information naturally. On the other hand, information is not required by the nature of the verb. The sentence will remain true even if you remove it. For example, I laughed loudly. The word loudly is a modifier because even if it's removed, the sentence would still make sense as in I laughed. In addition to the order of subject, verb, object, complement, modifier, there are 5 most common sequences of grammatical functions. Let's look at each in order. The first order is the subject-verb structure. You use this structure when the verb does not require a receiver and additional information. For example, the sentence, the plane arrived. The verb does not require a receiver or additional information. The next sequence is the subject-verb complement structure. You use this structure when the verb needs some additional information. For example, the sentence, Jason became a teacher. Because of its meaning, the word became requires additional information about what Jason is. In this case, you need a complement in the sentence. The next sequence is the subject-verb-object structure. You use this structure when a verb requires a recipient. For example, the sentence, Jason wrote a book. The word action requires a recipient, and the recipient is the word a book. The next sequence is the subject-verb-indirect object, direct object structure. You use this structure when an English speaker thinks there are 2 recipients involved in the action. For example, the sentence, I will give Jason a book. English speakers will think that Jason and a book are both recipients of the give action. The thing given is called the direct object and lies behind to whom or where the object is, given the indirect object and lies in front. Last, there is the subject-verb-object complement structure. You use this structure when a verb requires a receiver and additional information. For example, the sentence, I will name the dog King Kong. Due to the nature of verb name, you need to explain what you are mentioning, which is the recipient of the action, and what you are naming the thing, which is additional information. Where do the modifiers go? Well, modifiers can go anywhere in a sentence. There are two kinds of modifiers. If a modifier consists of an adverb, it can go anywhere except before the noun and after the noun. For example, the sentence, I passionately want him dead. I removed quickly the containers on the truck. I want him dead quickly. On the other hand, if the modifier consists of an adjective, then it can only come before and after the noun. For example, the sentence, a sleeping baby is an angel, and a baby sleeping sound is an angel. So that's all from my explanation. I'm sorry if there are any mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.